What we call bowstring instruments is instruments such as the violin and its family, so the double bass, the cello, the viola. Also we have their ancestors, such as the viol, and we also have instruments such as the hurdy-gurdy that use a spinning wheel instead of a bow. The general principle at work is always the same and is based on a phenomenon called friction. We have an object, a bow or a wheel, which is often coated in a sticky resin. We push this object across the string to set it into motion. Shortly after we stop pushing, the tension of the string overcomes the friction force that kept the bow stuck to the string, and then the string quickly slips against the bow. Then the cycle repeats when the bow catches the string again, and we call this the stick-slip cycle. To model the bowstring in the computer, we can use time-stepping methods. We need to discretize the string into a grid of points and update the position of the string and the bow at every time step. Typically we do this at audio sample rates, so for example 44.1 kHz. The most difficult part of this model is the bow interaction. Indeed, the string itself can be considered a linear system that's quite easy to deal with computationally. For example, if you pluck a linear string harder, the sound just becomes louder, but the timbre shouldn't change. However, the bow friction force is highly nonlinear and requires therefore a lot more computational power to deal with. For example, if you bow a string harder, not only the sound becomes louder, but it also becomes sharper and the timbre does change. And indeed, if we bow too hard, we can get what's called raucous motion, which is a screechy and generally unpleasant sound. The fact that we do get these undesired sounds with our virtual instrument when we bow it too hard means that we're definitely going in the right direction. But it also means that it's quite hard to play. Because of the way we represent the bow in this physical model, it can also naturally bounce against the string, for example if it's dropped too fast. Now that we can bow some open strings, what if we want to actually play a note, or for example do vibrato? A solution to this problem is to add more objects to the model. We want to be able to capture a string, so we add a fingerboard and some fingers. The methods we use actually allow us to model a distributed fingerboard along the length of the whole string and move fingers around so that we can play, for example, a glissando or a vibrato. We have included some damping in all three objects. This is especially important for the finger, as the fingertip does absorb quite a lot of the string vibrations. We can hear this in our simulations when we pluck an open string and then stop it and pluck the stopped string. So this is the model we've been working on. Obviously there's still a lot of work to be done, particularly concerning the model of the rest of the instrument, so the body, the bridge, etc. As we can hear, the synthetic sounds are already quite recognizable as being from both string instruments. They do get even better if we artificially mix them with, for example, the sound of a cello body. For more information, you can visit the NESS website.